Imagine waking up before dawn. You glance up, expecting the moon's glow, but there is nothing. The sky is a deep, unbroken black, punctuated only by distant stars. The familiar comfort of moonlight is gone, replaced by a darkness that feels deeper, more absolute. The world outside your window seems subtly changed, as if a piece of its soul has been quietly stolen away. At first you might think it's a new moon or clouds, but the air is clear. There are no clouds. A strange, unsettling feeling creeps in. Something is not right. The absence is too complete, too absolute. You feel a chill, a sense of loss you can't quite explain, as if the world itself is holding its breath. This quiet confusion spreads across the globe. In observatories, astronomers stare at their monitors. Calculations suddenly make no sense. The familiar lunar signature is absent. Telescopes search the heavens in vain, finding only the cold, indifferent stars. Scientists scramble for answers, their faces etched with disbelief and growing concern. On the coasts, sailors notice the tides are off. The ocean's rhythm is disrupted. Fishermen watch as the waves behave in ways they've never seen before, the sea's ancient pulse suddenly unpredictable. The connection between the moon and the tides, once taken for granted, is now a source of mystery and fear. It's a subtle change at first, but it signals a much larger, more terrifying truth. The anchor that held our world in balance has been cut loose. The delicate equilibrium that governed the seas, the nights, and even the tilt of our planet is suddenly in question. The world feels unmoored, adrift in a universe that no longer plays by familiar rules. News travels slowly at first, then explodes across global networks. The moon is missing. People laugh it off, until night falls everywhere, and the truth is undeniable. Social media erupts with speculation, fear, and disbelief. Scientists are interviewed, but no one has answers. The world's attention is suddenly, collectively fixed on the empty sky. Billions look up and see the same terrifying emptiness. There is no moonlight to soften the darkness. No friendly face looking down. Only a profound, star-filled void. The night feels longer, the shadows deeper, and the sense of isolation more acute than ever before. The world holds its breath, united in shock and disbelief. Our moon, our constant celestial partner, is truly gone. The night feels colder, the sky more alien. Conversations are hushed, and a sense of vulnerability settles over humanity, as if we have lost a guardian we never knew we needed. Humanity stands at the edge of a new reality, uncertain and afraid. The loss is not just physical, it's emotional, cultural, and existential. For millennia, the moon has inspired our myths, guided our calendars, and lit our darkest nights. Now, with its sudden absence, the world we knew has changed forever, and the consequences are only beginning to unfold as we face a future without our oldest companion in the sky. The world's space agencies confirm the impossible. The moon is no longer in orbit. In a matter of hours, what was once a distant, comforting presence has simply vanished from the sky, leaving scientists and citizens alike reeling in disbelief. There was no explosion, no debris, just absence. The moon, a constant companion for billions of years, is gone without a trace, as if erased from existence. The announcement sends a shockwave of panic and confusion across the planet. News outlets scramble to make sense of the event, while social media erupts with speculation and fear. Our understanding of the universe is shaken to its core. For most, the first sign is the darkness. Without the moon's light, the night is absolute. Cities and countrysides alike are plunged into a level of blackness not seen in living memory. It's a primal blackness our species hasn't known for millennia. The psychological impact is immense. Fear of the dark resurfaces, a reminder of our vulnerability. People find themselves gripped by an ancient terror, as if the world has regressed to a more primitive time. The disappearance triggers a global crisis. Stock markets plummet. Governments declare emergencies. Leaders address their nations, but their words offer little comfort in the face of such an unprecedented event. Emergency services are stretched thin as people rush to prepare for the unknown. Supermarkets are emptied, and families huddle together, unsure of what the coming days will bring. This is not a problem treaties or armies can solve. Scientists work around the clock, desperate to predict what comes next. The world's brightest minds are united by a single urgent question. What could have caused this, and what will follow? What does a world without a moon look like? What will happen to our oceans, our climate, our planet's stability? The loss of the moon threatens to unravel the delicate balance that has allowed life to flourish. Life grinds to a halt. People gather in the streets, searching the empty sky for answers. The absence is felt everywhere, a silent void that unites humanity in shared uncertainty. The event dominates every conversation, every thought. We have lost a piece of our collective heritage, a symbol that inspired poets, guided travelers, and marked time. The moon's influence is woven into our myths, our calendars, our very sense of wonder. The absence of the moon is a deep emotional and cultural wound. The world has changed overnight, and we are only beginning to understand how much we have lost. In this new darkness, humanity stands on the edge of the unknown, searching for hope and meaning in a sky that feels emptier than ever before. The moon's gravitational pull is the invisible hand that drives the tides, orchestrating the rise and fall of the world's oceans with clockwork precision. For billions of years, this cosmic dance has shaped coastlines, nurtured life, and set the rhythm for countless species. Without the moon, the grand rhythm of the ocean ceases. The familiar ebb and flow that has defined our shores for millennia simply stops, leaving the sea eerily motionless. The powerful lunar tides vanish in an instant, erasing the dramatic surges that once battered rocks and flooded coastlines. Water, suddenly released from the moon's grip, sloshes chaotically across the globe. For a brief moment, the oceans are wild and unpredictable, as if searching for a new balance before finally settling. After the initial chaos, the oceans become strangely calm. The once restless sea transforms into a vast glassy expanse, its surface almost unnaturally still. The sun's weaker pull means tides shrink to a third of their former size. Only the faintest ripples remain, barely noticeable compared to the mighty tides of before. Coastal communities face monumental change. Tidal flats and rich ecosystems, once teeming with life, are lost or altered forever. The landscape is transformed, and the delicate balance that supported so many species is shattered. Countless species, evolved for the intertidal zone, face collapse. Creatures that depended on the tides for food, shelter, and breeding grounds are left stranded, their habitats disappearing overnight. The food web is disrupted, affecting larger predators and global fishing industries. Human livelihoods are threatened as fish stocks dwindle and traditional ways of life vanish. Major ports and harbors designed for lunar tides are thrown into disarray. Infrastructure built around predictable water levels is suddenly obsolete. Shipping routes become unreliable, crippling economies and disrupting the flow of goods around the world. Global trade grinds to a halt as ships are stranded in shallow waters. The predictable tides we built our world around are gone. The daily rhythm that shaped cities, industries, and cultures vanishes, leaving uncertainty in its wake. The sudden weakening is a stark reminder. Without the moon, the world we knew is gone, and a new unfamiliar era begins for life on Earth. The animal kingdom is thrown into chaos. For countless nocturnal creatures, the moon is a clock and compass. Its sudden absence breaks the rhythms that govern hunting, mating, and migration. Predators that relied on moonlight struggle. Prey animals find every night safer. The balance between predator and prey shifts, cascading through ecosystems. In the oceans, coral spawning and zooplankton migrations, timed to the moon, are disrupted, threatening entire food webs. Even humans may feel subtle effects in sleep and mood. For nature, the disruption is catastrophic. The dark nights are filled with confusion, a world knocked off balance. Evolution's ancient rhythms are broken. With the moon gone, the night sky becomes breathtakingly clear. The Milky Way blazes across the sky, galaxies and nebulae visible to the naked eye. Meteor showers dazzle, and the universe reveals itself in stunning detail. Astronomers rejoice, but the beauty comes at a cost. The moon was a cultural touchstone, woven into our myths, art, and language. Its absence leaves a gaping hole in our collective psyche. The stars seem colder, the darkness deeper. The beautiful, star-dusted sky is a constant reminder of what we've lost. The most profound consequence is the loss of Earth's stability. The moon stabilizes our planet's tilt, giving us predictable seasons. Without it, Earth's axis begins to drift, tugged by the sun and other planets. Over millennia, the tilt could swing wildly, from no seasons to extremes. Catastrophic climate shifts would follow. Polar regions could become deserts. The equator could freeze. The entire climate system would be thrown into chaos. This instability would unfold slowly, but irreversibly. Each generation would inherit a more unpredictable world. The steady seasons that allowed civilization to flourish would be lost. Even before the axis wobbles, the loss of the moon disrupts our climate. Lunar tides mix ocean waters, circulating heat and nutrients. Without them, oceans stratify, currents change, and weather becomes more extreme. Farmers lose the stable patterns they rely on. Droughts and floods become common. The planet's climate machine becomes erratic and unpredictable. Over time, as the tilt drifts, these changes are magnified. Deserts replace forests. Ice sheets form in temperate zones. The seasons of chaos begin, a new terrifying epoch for our world. Humanity must adapt or perish. Our best minds scramble to understand and predict the new world. Coastlines are remapped, agriculture reimagined, cities relocated. Massive engineering projects are proposed to cope with altered tides and ecosystems. Indoor farming becomes essential as weather grows unpredictable. Some dream of colossal solutions, gravity tractors or asteroid nudges, to stabilize Earth's axis. Survival depends on global cooperation. The quest for stability becomes humanity's defining challenge. The moon's disappearance teaches us humility. We take for granted the cosmic balance that makes life possible. The moon was our guardian, stabilizer, and clock. Its absence reveals our fragility. Every challenge, calm oceans, dark nights, chaotic weather, testifies to its vital role. The moon gave us tides, seasons, and a rhythm for life to thrive. Losing it forces us to appreciate its silent influence. We are, in a real sense, children of the moon. Its legacy is the stable, living world we call home. We should never take it for granted.